Hello, Paperback Writer here. So, Wheel Time series on Amazon is coming soon. Very excited for it. Decided this was the time to finally start reading the books. I'm on book 5 right now. The series, it took a little bit. It took about till halfway through book 2 to really grab me. But it got me. It's got its teeth in me, and I'm in it for the long haul, and I'm going to hope I can finish the series before the Amazon series starts. But either way, I'm probably past whatever season one's going to be. Now, I'm not going to do a review of every book. I'm not going to do a summary of every book. There's other YouTubers, namely Daniel Green, out there who've done that way better than I could. I'm just going to kind of riff and just kind of give my general opinion on the every installment because this is all just baseless algorithm chasing anyway. Because Wheel Time is probably going to be big on searches soon. So let's just get into it, and here's my riff on the Eye of the World. So we got our pretty standard farm boy, farm boy to hero plot. It's like, okay, well, you're just a sheep herder. I bet you don't have some great grand destiny. Yeah. So we meet our main cast. Rand, Egwene, Perrin, Matt, four teenagers with attitude. You know how it is. And they're in their village, harvest festival over whatever the fuck's coming up. And then two strangers enter the village. I'm gonna crack a beer for this. Two strangers enter the village. They're an Aes Sedai and her warder. Aes Sedai are like sorceresses. They're like this really important group of magic users, and they're all women, and then all the warders are men. With how woke Amazon's gonna get, I wouldn't be surprised if we get an Aes Sedai with a female warder, just to piss people off. Anyway, moving on, not getting political. Everything's normal in the village. She's Moraine, this Aes Sedai is here because she thinks that there's someone special here. And then the village gets attacked by Trollocs. I cannot wait to see how the series handles the Trollocs. Like, because they're all so different. There's like some that look like birds, some that look like goats, some that look like pigs. I think it's going to be really wild seeing what they do because there's a lot of room in the monster design for how Trollocs are going to look. So Trollocs invade. The whole town gets fucked. Perrin, Matt, Egwene, Rand, Moraine, and Lan flee, and they go camping. And Moraine kind of lays out, okay, listen, one of you three boys is very special. And Egwene, oh, you can use magic too, and she learns within 5 minutes of showing Egwene how magic works. Oh shit, you might be one of the most powerful magic users on the planet. That's really convenient how all you four are connected like this. Which they do explain an in-world example for why the main cast is important, which I actually really like because it kind of lampshades with this whole thing with it's called being a Talaviran. I'm not saying that right. It kind of lampshades like, oh yeah, you four are connected because the actual wheel of time wills that you four were connected together. Anyway, so they're camping, they keep traveling, they're on their way to the White Tower, the base of the Aes Sedai, so they can figure out like what's going on. Why are you three important? And then Nynaeve, which is like kind of the in their village, the village matron, the woman who's like in charge of the village, comes up to them and says, "Hey, listen, okay, the Trollocs, they're out of town now. It's dealt with. They're safe. We want our kids back. Bring them back. We don't like you." And when I read this, because I did not know anything about the series or who the main characters were, I read this. I'm like, okay, here's annoying mom coming in to put a stop to the adventure, but then our heroes are gonna say, "No, mom, we have to do this," and then they're gonna go on their way, and that's gonna be a little bit of character development. But then, as I kept reading, a chill filled up my spine. Nynaeve is a main character. I'm gonna be flat out honest right here. I give zero crap about Nynaeve. I do not care for Nynaeve at all. And I'm 5 books in. I'm trying to like her. I'm trying to give her a chance. But like literally every scene she's in, I'm like, Egwene could have done that, and you could have found a way around it, except for maybe like one or two examples. Anyway, Nynaeve ends up being a real character. They keep traveling. It's getting dark. More Trollocs are coming. They go to this town called Shardar Logarth, which is a city that was populated by humans that were so evil they scared the evil Trollocs. And it's a cursed city. Everyone in it's dead. And it's got the Cave of Wonders rules where you can't touch anything in it. And of course, Matt, one of the main characters, he grabs a dagger from it. And I wonder if this city, because they never really revisit this city. They made such a big deal of it in book one and the power that it has. I wonder if they're going to revisit it because I'm on book 5 and they haven't yet. But this is a long series. Anyway, they get attacked in Shardar Logoth by some crazy demon monster thing. They flee. Matt has the dagger. He's fucked. Get attacked by more Trollocs. Party gets split. You never split the party. They broke one of the solemn rules of the adventuring party in D&D. You don't split the party, but they got split. Perrin and Egwene get split off. Rand, Matt, and Tom, this Gleeman who's like a traveling bard, but he can't say bard because bard means something else in this world. And then Nynaeve, Lan, and Moraine. Those are like the 3 groups they get split into. By the way, Nynaeve is in love with Lan. I reread a chapter like what did I miss? Did they just love at first sight? I don't know. Don't care for Nynaeve. Probably never will. They say she gets awesome around like book 6 or something, but I don't see it coming. Anyway, Perrin and Egwene are they meet this woodsman who can talk to wolves, and then Perrin fucking realizes he can talk to wolves, and he's like, okay, I can talk to wolves. That's pretty cool. I don't like that though. And the woodsman says, well, guess what? You can talk to wolves. And then Perrin's eyes turn golden, like wolf's eyes. And then they meet these traveling people who are total pacifists. They don't kill anyone. I can't think of what they remind me of, but yeah, they meet the traveling people. Then they get attacked by white cloaks, which is this tyrannical religious order in this story that hate all magic. I don't know where the white cloaks fall yet, because like this is a spoiler, but you learn later that there is a there is at least a taint of the darkness infiltrating the white cloaks, but I don't know what side of the coin they're going to end up landing on in the final battle. But I have a feeling they're going to be important either way. Perrin and Egwene get captured. The White Cloaks hate all magic. They see that Perrin can talk to wolves, and they're like, "Well, that's fucking magic. We need to execute you." Meanwhile, Rand and Matt just travel across the country, meeting people for one chapter that will probably be important later. Notably, Rand meets doesn't meet, but Rand in the capital city of the country sees a parade with this character called Logain, who was what's called a false dragon. Okay, this is what a guy who can do magic is. He's a false dragon. And they make eye contact, and it's like, this will be just another one of these things. This first book has a lot of shit in it where it's like, this will be important later. Okay, then they get attacked again. Tom Marin totally gets killed. Absolutely no way he's coming back in the next book. Never mind all that little stuff that made him interesting early on. That wasn't important because he totally dies now and is never coming back ever. And then they meet an Ogier. I don't know if I'm saying not an ogre. It's spelled differently, but they meet an Ogier who's just like a big furry, nice best friend. And Matt's because he stole a dagger from Shadar Logoth. He's just slowly deteriorating, and he doesn't really get much to do besides just being really sick all the time. Then back with Nynaeve and Lan and Moraine, they rescue Perrin and Egwene, and then everyone meets at the city outside of the White Tower, Carrion. I'm not saying any of these words right. And they find out that something called the Eye of the World, which has been mentioned throughout the book, people have been talking about, oh yeah, the Eye of the World, which apparently is like a source of all magic for women, because magic is split into two parts, male and female magic, and the source of all magic for women is threatened. And then Laurel's, and they're like, well, we got to get there. We got to find out what's going on. And Laurel's like, hey guys, I can fast travel. Literally, like, that's something in this series. They establish, yeah, we have a fast travel system, which I think is like super convenient and brilliant on the author's part to build your world in a way where you can have characters get to important places very easily without having to like explain how, okay, this awful thing's happening over here, but we can't get there for a month. Here's why there's no consequences in us not being able to get there tomorrow. So basically it's a waygate system. It's underground or something, and it's just portals you take that let you fast travel to places. So fast travel to the edge of the north where the Shadowlands are, and the human kingdom on this edge is Land's. It's his hometown, and Land was like the prince of this kingdom that doesn't exist anymore, which that was interesting. I kind of hope later in the series this kingdom does get rebuilt and Land does get a chance to be like the king he was meant to be. I definitely feel some Aragorn vibes off Land, if I'm not gonna lie. As much as I don't care for Nynaeve, Lan I'm pretty into. They go to the Blight. They meet the spirit of the forest or whatever the fuck he's called, the Green Man, and they find the Eye of the World. And then two of the Forsaken show up, and the Forsaken are the 13 mini bosses. They are the 13 servants of the Dark One who have escaped the prison, and then they're now in our world. And throughout the series you realize, okay, the 13 of them are here and they're doing their shit so we can have our villains, even though the Dark One is still locked away in his prison. Green Man kills one, they fight, Rand kills another one, then Rand goes Super Saiyan and wipes out an entire army of Trollocs. And everyone regroups. Rand turns to Moraine like, I don't know what the fuck happened to me. Can you help me? And Moraine's like, maybe let's just get you to the tower and then we'll talk about what happened to you. And then Moraine secretly with Lan is like, okay, the fucking dragon's been reborn. Shit's about to go down. So that's my rambling on book one. Overall, liked it. Here's the thing with the series. The ending, the even if the books are okay, the endings always give me like, all right, you got me. I'll read another one. So that is my review summary riff on Eye of the World, and yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see how this is going to look in a TV show, and I'm curious as to what they're going to change because there are things that I think are going to be hard to pull off. I'm already 5 books in, and I don't see quitting the series anytime soon. But anyway, that's my review. If you're looking for a new fantasy series to read and you've already read Wheel of Time, but you don't want to commit to a 2 million word 16 book epic, I have recently released my own fantasy serial. It is called Donner and Thalia. First 4 episodes are out. Episode 5 is completed and scheduled to be released at the end of October, as will every episode be released on the fourth Saturday of every month. I'm planning. A $1 subscription to my Patreon gets you access to the Donner and Thalia series. A $3 subscription gets you access to all my other writings. And I really hope you check it out. Again, that's patreon.com/dimestore or dimestorepublishing.com. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.